Cancer. I had started recording the the first part of this reading, and then I don't know what happened. So I'm just gonna kind of pick up where I left off. Um, so these three came together. You've got the Three of Swords here. Um, this is like real heartache, really weathering that emotion. This could be a concept that um, has now died, and it really hurts you. So it's an idea about maybe a lover. Maybe this is somebody that you were really smitten about, and it didn't culminate, it didn't resonate, or maybe they've just hurt you. That whoever this person is in your life. Um, the Eight of Wands is really about destiny, kind of like setting up your future and like the sticks kind of falling where they may. And so when we see it reverse, we don't really feel like we um, are living our destiny or living like our truth. And we're not kind of like open to receiving that kind of energy. Maybe we're really blocked from seeing possibilities right now, and we're a little more stuck with seeing the defeat, the death, the um, kind of the destruction that's happening within ourselves, and this way of being that has gotten us to where we are. So we have yet to see the horizon, but it is there. So we have to remind ourselves when we look at transformation, um, something has to die in order for something to begin. And so you guys are just very unsure of what that may be, what it is that you're looking for now. And, you're literally in the dark here about making a decision or making a move. Um, and I mean, this could even be love too. Now you're really just thrown off course and you just don't know um, where to go in that sphere. And yeah, I don't know. It's just really, it seems really overwhelming for you guys to make a decision. Um, let's see what else. Yeah. And this is definitely a love reading here. Um, so this is really um, when we get this reversed, we either this trade or this beneficial partnership is maybe more one-sided than it looks. See what that other person is really offering you, and if you truly feel like you're meeting in the middle. um, maybe they have ulterior motives, something like that. But when it's reversed, I feel like it's just not going to do you good. It's not going to serve you right now. So not to say that that person won't in time, but right now you guys are really raw at whatever this is that culminated. So um, let's see if maybe we can pinpoint it down to like a sign or a person that hurts you. I'm back to my scrubs here. Oh, okay. So it could be um, a Gemini or just somebody that you guys see as very magical in a sense, in that they have kind of so much going for them. They can kind of do or be anything they put their minds to, like that kind of a person. Um, but when we are, reverse magician seems to be a little scary because maybe that person isn't a very altruistic or integrous person with all that power. Maybe they kind of use it to others' detriment. So we definitely like to see this guy upright. It could be Gemini energy, but not necessarily. So look at that, but it's definitely like somebody that's creative in a sense, maybe an artist, um, or maybe you just see them as a very creative entity. I got this for, I think it was Gemini, but this isn't very uncommon to see in Virgo season. This is like past events, looking towards the past and not really seeing what's ahead and what's kind of coming out to you. Just like we're not open to receiving this energy. It's very similar in a way, um, but this is more maybe skepticism, being doubtful, not believing that there's a way that the universe works and that it could benefit us if we're open to seeing it. Um, yeah, and definitely, if we're talking about love, we're not open to receiving that right now. We're looking at what has transpired to this moment. So you guys are really, really past oriented at this time. Um, oh, okay. Oh boy. All right. So, not really sure the order here, so I'm just going to go through. We'll start with the tough one. So, Five of Pentacles. So, not only have they hurt you where it hurts emotionally, but also in your pocket. So, this relationship was financially destructive, and it was keeping you from seeing possibilities. Like I said, how the way that the universe works. So, this love or this relationship really is kind of holding you back. I mean, look at that. Those two are just they're so ragged. They're so, um, they look like vagrants or something, and they're not even open to seeing the possibilities of that window and that sanctuary, if it's a church or whatever it is to you. They're not seeing that potential because they're just so trapped in their own kind of um, not macabre, but like demure world that's just not. It's not really benefiting either of them from what it looks like. So it's bringing the cold. Um, so yeah, hopefully we're not revisiting that. Just take like I don't know some other perspective about this. I mean, I definitely feel like it's hard to almost I don't know. It's like the cardinal signs. Like I feel like it's just hard for them to see the possibilities. Like they're not as intuitive as like some of the other signs. And so, what's right for society and most people doesn't mean it's right for you. And so you can't always convince yourself that like just because it looks good on paper means that you're happy at the end of the day because it doesn't seem that way with this person. Um, Temperance, this is the balance. So if we're doing a lot of drinking, a lot of excess right now, we really need to rein that in because it could be damaging our health, and it's really not supporting this time because it looks like there's some possibility to transform here, but we don't want this to lead us down an even bleaker road than this. So just be aware of that. See, that there's a new path down here in the background. If we can balance, if we can temper that energy. So we're not open to receiving a new path until we are right within. Okay. Um, and yes, the future. Um, is not upright either. So we're not future focused yet. If we are, it's not benefiting us as of this moment because we really have to work on this emotion first. So we want to get this future orientation right side up. If there's an Aquarius, Sagittarius energy, both of those look out for. I mean, the lover could even be Sagittarius or someone that does kind of um, drinking in excess, maybe. But this could be something that's like steering you off course, your future path, is reverse. So it's just not, I don't know. I haven't gotten that reverse really before, but just shows that we're not really making progress at the current time. Um, Ten of Cups reversed. Ugh. So this family life, really, if you want it to look a certain way, it's really not the time to be um, so focused on that. We're not ready for this. We're not ready for this. We're not ready to have it all. We're not ready to be domestic and happy and like the good times roll. It's not open to us. I mean, it's an upside down rainbow. You can't get really far with that. You certainly can't chase it and find the pot of gold at the end when it's upside down. Um, so we definitely have some stuff to work on here, and yes, here we go. So we need to take some us time. So we need to get away, especially if you're in a relationship and you are just having a really tough time. Take some days off, or um, just kind of separate yourselves from social situations, especially with this partner, and maybe go to the park, do some reading, do some soul searching, and that'll give you clarity about this concept or this idea, and it's really what you need. Is not You don't necessarily need to go on vacation, but you need to find some solace in yourself. And so this is very much like almost the hermit card. Like you have to do this alone. Um, and so that's what's really being shown here. This future is really upside down, um, because we're not balanced, because we're whatever this person brings to the table isn't what we truly need. Um, isn't really benefiting us. We're not able to access our magic. Okay, and I think a quarrel will be coming. Honestly, this has come up for almost all of the signs in Virgo season. I don't know what it is, but maybe Virgos are a little more combative than they periodically are known for. We can definitely be argumentative. I'm speaking as part Virgo. When we open our mouths, we have a lot to say, and sometimes it's some harsh truths. Maybe that's more so what's here. Maybe we need to hear some hard truths from others in our group, but uh, it just seems like like I just said about this alone time. Now this social time, look what's happening. So um, you could be continually running to do more social things, but it's not going to benefit you. Um, yeah, as hard as it may seem, when you are this raw and ragged, you're going to have to just do you and see where that can take you. Okay. Um, yeah. So we'll say that. Let me get maybe like one more for Cancer. All right. So, lastly, Knight of Swords. So we are feeling very, very action oriented after all of this transpires, after the alone self time, and maybe you can really accomplish what you need to in communications, or maybe we are just feeling just super argumentative. We're going to kind of just go at everyone's throat. Just don't abuse this power because the swords is intellect, and so yes, you have a perception and you do have an understanding of the situation, but you don't want to charge ahead and just kind of cut through everyone and everything in your path. You want to use that wisdom for good and more for yourself. Okay, so here it's almost like we're charging for battle. We're looking for a reason to strike, and that tied to this card. Just be careful with that. It doesn't seem like you guys are directing your energy very well. So just take some you time. Go get like a punching bag or something to get that exertion out of you. I mean, it's good to do something physical to kind of move through emotion. That's always helpful, and I need to tell myself that more because I certainly don't. But I would probably steer away from confrontation. Yeah. But anyways, take care, Cancer. Let me know if what transpires for you guys. If you want some more insight, just comment below. Maybe I can pull a few more cards, but for here, I think that's as far as I kind of want to go. So take care, you guys, okay?